on the season. And a good start for him. He was spotting up pretty well and got McEwen looking.
So the 2-hole now. Castanini now the 2-hole third baseman. Frederico's had a nice season, hitting at .317. This Creighton team is one of the better offensive clubs in the Missouri Valley Conference. Illinois State would probably lead the way, but Creighton wouldn't be too far behind. And Castanini, who has finished the season strong, continues his tear.
Well, they got the guy up there that they want. Castanini has been one of the more consistent guys, especially in the absence of Mike Gerber. 27 runs batted in for him. Big spot.
And he looks at a strike. Lamb at third. Ryan Fitzgerald over at second base. Brad McEwen at first after that infield base hit. Castanini singled his first time around, 1 for 1 in the ball game, has one of the 3 hits for the Blue Jays.
And if you're Castanini, you want to not try to do too much here. When you're in a bases loaded situation, sometimes you tend to get yourself out because you're so eager to drive in the runs. Between that situation and facing Josh Nagel, who doesn't throw particularly hard, he really needs to stay back and stay within himself here in this at-bat.
Sharply hit right to the third baseman. Kramer rolling it to second. How about that? Slow roller. Actually a couple hops. No problem at all for Castanini. And Wampler is retired. 1 out here in the 4th.
And what's made that a little more problematic, too, is the most getting ahead of and staying ahead of Creighton. Don't give them free outs, or free bases, but certainly not to start innings.
That was in the 3rd when Kevin Lamb singled, and they ended up loading the bases, and then the aforementioned 5-4-3 double play took them away. Other than that, he has been perfect. 5 out of the 6 retired with the opening at bat of every half inning. Indiana State wearing their traveling grays with blue at bat of every half inning. Indiana State wearing their traveling grays with blue trim, white highlights. Nagel old school with the striped full socks. Sharply hit into left field. Castanini has had 2 ringing base hits around that ball that was hit to third base to Kramer for the double play. Would love to have had either one of those base hits. Trade in for that one. Nagel has done, and he stands to be the winner. That ball is hit towards Castanini, takes it on the short hop. Nice play. Tyler Wampler is retired for the first out of the 7th. But the job that Mark Lukowski has done has been equally as impressive.
It has, with Josh Nagel giving up 1 in 5 1/3. You can't discount what Lukowski so happened to come against Creighton on April the 13th.
Well, and it just shows you how important it is to try to stay in that winner's bracket. That ball is headed towards the gap. Will it hang up just enough for the running Connor McLean, who tracks it down in the gap? So the sophomore out of Waterloo, Iowa, helps Kurt Kadrecki turn away the threat from the Creighton Blue Jays. Castanini's hit all 4 balls hard today, but Creighton still trails at 2-1 after 7.
And has 52 2/3 innings over his 30 appearances.
Weekly towards third, a little bit of a cue ball. Nice job by the third baseman, Castanini. But Castanini's a player, isn't he? Pickett at third has squared up 4 balls, hit 2 safely. Fun player to watch, a junior out of Verona, Italy.
Only made 7 errors this year at the hot corner, too. .942 fielding percentage. Above 300.